So, I recently found out that there is this movement called the fat positive, body positive, fat acceptance movement. And I watched a video on what this was about, and it astonished me that there can be a neglect of understanding of what obesity actually means. Now, I am all for accepting and treating fat people like myself, obese people like myself, with the same respect that every other human being should have. We are not inferior humans. We are not disgusting humans. We are humans who may have struggled with food addiction, slow metabolisms, a lacking understanding of nutrition, but you could say the same thing for thin people as well. The point is, no matter how much they try to say that you can be healthy at every size, this isn't true. There are so many correlational and causational studies looking into the impacts of fat percentage in your body on health risks. There is so much scientific evidence to suggest that what we eat can affect our health. And it makes sense when you think about it from an evolutionary biological perspective. The way we get energy is from our food, because we can't photosynthesize, unlike plants, because we're not green. Maybe we should be. Make things a lot easier for some of us. But it started making me angry because I started looking at some of these fat acceptance and fat positive Instagram influencers, and they are trying to accept their bodies, which I think is fine. You know, I went through a tough time and never really wanted to admit to myself that I had got as big as I had, but at the same time I knew I had got this big, and part of me didn't care, because I got to a point where, so what, people look at me, so what, people might judge me, I don't care, I enjoy food. And that was me for a long time, and I dipped in and out of trying to lose weight because I knew that it'd be good for my health, but my heart wasn't in it. My heart, my mind, it wasn't in it. And I don't know why recently, but recently I have started taking an interest in my health. And I don't know if that's an age thing. I don't know if that's a sudden realization thing. I don't know where it's come from. I'm just now determined to be good to myself. And by that, I don't mean stuffing my face with sugary, high-fat foods when I'm feeling stressed or emotional or just because I'm bored. And these were habits that I had got into that are so unhealthy. And these fat acceptance movement people who try to claim that you can be healthy at every size, no matter how much fat you have, aren't looking at the science properly. They're not accepting that there is a risk to their health and to their life expectancy if they continue to promote obesity. Obesity is not healthy. Obesity means you have a certain body fat percentage. Ignore your BMI. BMI doesn't really come into it. It shouldn't come into it because it's a stupid way of trying to assess how healthy someone is. But you could be a muscly athlete and be obese because you've got so much muscle. Body fat percentage is more the thing you need to worry about, because once you start getting fat around your visceral organ, or getting visceral fat around your organs, that's when your organs can start failing. Your heart doesn't pump as efficiently It might have to pump faster because it's struggling to get blood round your body. That is not healthy. That is not going to give long-term good outcomes. And I am frustrated at this movement and trying to promote obesity as something to be proud of. And we shouldn't let people feel ashamed of being obese unless they actively try to become obese and don't give a shit. Shaming people does not work. We know fat shaming does not work. People calling me thunder thighs and chub didn't do anything for my self-esteem. It, in fact, made me want to emotionally eat, which then perpetuated my problem. So shaming isn't the way to go about it. Support is what anyone who has become obese, anyone who has become morbidly obese, needs. They need that support. They need potentially training on what to eat, how to live healthily. It's you can't be healthy at any size. You can't. And you may not have health problems now. I don't have health problems now, at least not that I'm aware of that are causing me symptoms. Who knows? I could have health problems at the moment. But I know that the longer I leave it, the more likely it is I'm going to develop health problems. And those health problems lead to shorter life. And I don't want a shorter life. I want to live as long as I possibly can because I have got so much to live for. I have got beautiful, beautiful partner. I have the most supportive parents. I have friends and family that I love and adore. I want to experience the world. I don't want to be worried that I'm taking up space or potentially endangering myself by going out into the world and doing stuff purely from being fat and obese. So I decided to make a change, and that change started a couple of months ago when I started initially exercising. I've now incorporated a better calorie counting into my diet, which is working. I mean, I'm still allowing myself things that I like to eat, but rule number one is you're going to eat something, it goes on your calorie counter, so you can see how much these foods actually impact your day. And I'm currently allowing myself 1,500 calories a day to try and lose weight. And that's actually quite a few calories, particularly if you're vegan like me and you really only eat vegetables and tofu, oils occasionally, potatoes. It's actually quite hard to get up to that level. But you incorporate lots of healthy carbohydrates, fibre, reduce your sugar intake, healthy fats, and your weight will start coming off. It's an age-old thing, and I hate to be this person who said it's just calories in, calories out. But it is. It's calorie deficit. You will lose weight with a calorie deficit. Finding what your calorie deficit is probably is a bit harder. That's something I struggled with, is because I actually wasn't sure what my calorie deficit was supposed to be, given that I had a fairly sedentary lifestyle. I have a desk job. I don't exercise, or at least I didn't exercise at all. And now I do 25 minutes every morning plus some resistance training on the weekends. So I'm now actually quite active and I feel great for it. Actually, my fitness has improved greatly over the past couple of months, and it's an amazing sensation. I have so much more energy. But diet is the thing that is going to impact you more in terms of fat loss. Now, I don't like talking about weight loss so much. I mean, weight loss is how you can kind of tell you're losing fat, but weight loss can also be an indicator of losing muscle mass as well. So you want to make sure you're also getting enough protein in your diet and working out to keep your muscles engaged. So weight loss usually translates to fat loss, at least after the initial glycogen store burning water weight shed that you do initially. And initially I lost a lot of weight in the first week. I think it's like 1.4 kilos. And I was like really concerned because I was like, hang on, maybe I should up my calorie limit because I'm clearly losing weight really quickly. But I did some research into it, and it's expected when you go on a lifestyle change, which is what I'm doing. It's not a diet. I am just admitting to my body that I need fewer calories in a day. And this is going to be permanent, until I up my exercise ability to be able to work out a little bit more every day, and until I get to a weight that I want to maintain, I will be at a calorie deficit. Once I'm at the weight I need, I will equal my calories in and out, and I'll keep track of it, and I'll continuously monitor myself. In that way, it's very easy to lose weight, but trust me, I know the idea and the length of time it's going to take me to lose weight is daunting, very daunting, if I lose the weight slowly and healthily. So I'm kind of getting off topic here, but what I wanted to just say was you're not a worthless human being if you're overweight or obese, because I hated feeling like other people thought that about me and that they would judge me by the way I looked. But from my experience of the world, most people actually want to see you do well, and they want to see you healthy, and they want to see you thrive. There are very few people who don't want to see that for you, unless you're spending a lot of your time online, because then you're going to be exposed to these people who don't want that for you. And I'm now in a really good place. I am aware it's going to take me a while to get down to my kind of ideal body fat percentage. But you know what? There is a YouTuber that I was watching. I can't remember her name. But basically, she said something that kind of resonated with me, and I think it will stick now. If you're ever feeling daunted about how much weight you have to lose, or that you think you can't do it, that it's too much time, I can't do this for that long, time will pass anyway, whether you do something or not. And she's right, because if I had started this 2 years ago, properly dedicated, committed to this, I would be at my ideal weight right now. I wouldn't be scared for my future health, scared that I was going to develop diabetes or pre-diabetes, scared that I was going to have a stroke or a heart attack at a very young age. I don't want that. And I don't want my partner to go through that. I don't want my parents to go through that. I don't want my friends to go through that. So I made a decision to get healthy. And this fat acceptance movement, I just stop promoting obesity as a lifestyle choice. People generally don't become obese because they want to be obese. They become obese through poor food decisions, and in a very small number of cases, genetic disorders that seriously slow their metabolism to the point where they have to be on such a minimal diet. But those people are rare. You can't be healthy at every size. You can't. And it's so damaging. And if I wasn't in a better frame of mind, and if I wasn't more motivated like I am this time round to lose weight, I would slide back into bad habits, because I'd have this community of people online who are telling me, you're good the way you look, you're fine the way you are, you don't need to lose weight, you don't need to go on a fad diet. And I would slip back into my old ways, because I would have people who would accept me for who I am. But I am in a good place, and the reason I'm doing it isn't so that I can conform to society's expectations of what a body should look like. I'm conforming to what biology's expectations are of what a human should have in their body. And humans aren't supposed to have this level of fat in their body. So I'm doing something about it. And I feel great about it. But there could be people out there who are new to trying to lose fat, people who have struggled time and time and time again to lose fat. And they will see something like this, they will see this community of people who are accepting and even promoting obesity, and they'll just give up. They'll stop trying, and I'm just worried that that's going to be detrimental to their health. Because it's not healthy to be obese. It's not. And I've known this all my life. I've known it all my life, and it's taken so long for it to sink in that this is not what a human should be like. So I needed to get this off my chest, because I've been looking at some of the posts, and I might do a little spiel on Instagram later about some of the things that I saw that just made me go, what? You're going against decades of scientific evidence looking into this. To do what? To be more comfortable with your body? Great. I think people should be comfortable with their bodies no matter what size they are. In terms of, they shouldn't feel like they're going to be ridiculed when they go outside. But accepting it as healthy, I cannot get by. I can't. So, sorry, this is quite long, and I've never actually done a video before. So this is a bit weird. A bit weird talking to my phone and on a camera. It's strange. Very strange. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to have to pop off and get some water now, because my alarm's about to go off to remind me to drink some water. It's your reminder, okay? Drink some water. It's very good for you, apparently. They say that. Anyway, I'm going to go, because this end just got weird. Alright, bye.